Welcome back to the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Radio Show. It's Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage, alongside Cleve Loveland. Cleve had to run out today for an appointment, but I'm going to take over the show from here. And we got this, my friends. We got a lot of things to cover, and I do want to cover just a little bit of information on possible anxiety in the market, because when things are unstable, we're dropping bombs on Iran. I don't know if we still are or not, and Trump seems to think that most of this is over. I'm not quite sure how over it really is, and I know he believes that it'll be 20 years before they can rebuild, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be a bunch of those little cells around there that are continuing to cause havoc on the world. Hopefully we can get that settled, but if we can get the Strait of Hormuz guarded so that the ships can flow freely, oil prices will drop and interest rates will drop with it. So be patient, my friends. Now, even just in the last week, we've seen quite a bit of an improvement in the bond market. We lost, after the war, we've lost a total of about 100 basis points on the bond market. Now, what does 100 basis points on the bond market even mean to you? What does it even mean? It means about a half a point higher in interest rate or about a point higher in discount points. So let's just say that before the bombs were dropped, rates were 6% and 1 point. Today, they would be 6% and 2 points, or you would be 6.5% and 1 point. It's that simple. It's not, is that perfect? No, because the bond market doesn't work in increments like that. But that's an example of what we have seen. Now, 6.5% is not a bad interest rate. But when you saw 6% or 6.25% back a month and a half ago, you were starting to like that a little bit better. But you even wanted lower than that. I want in the fives. I want in the fours. First of all, I'm going to be realistic with you. I do not anticipate that we are going to get into the low fives. I just don't see it happening. I was at an event in Phoenix. I was a speaker at a mastermind event in Phoenix. They brought me up on stage, and one of the guys that was doing the interview said, what do you think interest rates are going to do? Now, this was 3 days after we went into war. I said, I think interest rates are going to go up. And he said, where? I said 6.35 to 6.45. Okay, folks, exactly where they are today. They got up and said, I think you're crazy. I think interest rates are on their way down. We're going to see 5.5%. And I'm like, it ain't going to happen. They're like, we're going to get a new Fed chair in there and he's going to drop the Fed rate. Great. Even if he does, you won't see interest rates drop that much. You're not going to get into the low fives, folks. It's not going to happen. So what do? You want to sit on the sidelines for the next 8 to 10 years, 5 years? You name your time frame. You don't sit on the sidelines because you don't like what the rate is. The rate right now is pretty darn good because you can still get an interest rate on a 30-year fixed rate conventional loan in the low sixes, FHA in the high fives, VA in the mid to high fives. They're still available, folks. Now, what we do, how I help the veteran, how I help the first-time home buyer, how I help the move-up buyer, is I show you how to properly negotiate your transaction. Now, many of you don't seem to understand that by reducing your price, let's say you want to buy a $500,000 house, okay? And you say, you know what, Mr. Realtor, Mrs. Realtor, let's go in at 480. We'll end up at 490. So you reduce the house by $10,000, okay? Now, if you're putting down 10%, you only reduced your out-of-pocket by $1,000. You got 10 grand off the house, but you only reduced your out-of-pocket by about $1,000. Now, on the other hand, now you did reduce your payment by about $60. But on the other hand, if cash out of pocket is more important to you, what you want to do is say, I'll tell you what, Mr. Seller, I'll give you the 500 you want for the house, but I want you to pay $10,000 toward my closing costs. Now, how much money did you save? $10,000. That's the way you do it. Now, if you don't qualify because your payments are going to be too high, then you're looking at too much house or you need to negotiate a reduction in price. But I customize that for everyone. You want somebody that can really help you with that, show you the options, show you how to have more of a technical approach, a negotiating approach to making an offer. That's what I do. That's what I do every day. I love helping you. I really enjoy seeing you win. I want you to win. 407-250-9144 for Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Lone Ranger. I've been lending for 36 years. I've been helping folks, first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, buying investment properties, buying luxury homes at $5 million. I've got mortgages for you. I've got loans for people that want to build on their own lot. They want to buy a lot and close on it and put it all in one loan. I got it. Conventional, VA, FHA. Not many lenders can say that. I've got loans for you that can help you with renovation loans. We can help you if you want to take your home that you already have and do a renovation on it. Maybe you want to buy a home and that home, it needs work. Why don't you buy the home and I'll include the cost of renovating it into the loan? What if you're aging up there right now and you really don't want a mortgage payment, but you got enough cash to maybe pay cash for the house? But you don't want to use up all your cash. Maybe you put 50% down. Maybe you got a lot of equity in a home and you don't want to make a mortgage payment anymore. Reverse mortgage may be right for you. So I am doing a CE class for continuing education for real estate agents and insurance agents on I believe it's May 5th or May 7th. I'll have to get the date right. I think it's May 7th. If you are interested in joining this class in Winter Park, Florida, you will get your 2 hours of CE. I will follow it up with an additional class. And by the way, we're going to cover reverse mortgages. That's what the CE class is about. You're going to get your credit for it. Then I'm going to follow it up with an additional class next month that's going to be on non-QM products. If you don't know what a non-QM product is and you're in the real estate business, you need to learn what it is because you're missing out on opportunities to serve your clients' needs. This would be asset loans for people that have high asset but low income. This would be on bank statement loans for self-employed people that are writing off everything. They're not showing enough income to qualify for a conventional loan. I got the loan program for you. Leave your tax returns at home. Come to me. Bring your last 12 months worth of bank statements. I'm going to average those bank statements. I'm going to give you 50% of the entire deposits. So if your deposits are 40 grand a month, I'm going to give you 20 grand a month in income. If you're a 1099 employee, you write everything off. I'll give you 90% of your 1099. How about that? If you're DACA, if you're a non-resident alien, if you're a foreign national from Brazil or someplace wanting to buy here, we've got the best foreign national loans in the market. And you know what, folks? We're not brokering them out to some bank somewhere. Everything is done internally. Realtors, listen to this. Everything's done internally. I'm not brokering out. The brokers are a surprise because they don't have any control over the transaction. Everything we do here is in-house. Write my number down, 407-250-9144. FHA, first-time home buyer. I got a down payment assistance program where you get solar panels on your home. We add it to the mortgage. You get solar panels on your home, no second mortgage lien. It's all in one mortgage, and we get you down payment assistance. You could literally come out of pocket with no money. Realtors, you've got to pay attention to that. This is a win for your buyers. Now, if your buyers have money to put down and they don't care about solar panels, it's not right for you. But if you don't have a lot of money to put down, you're struggling, but your debt ratio is good, your credit scores are decent, this program could be ideal for you. No money out of pocket, and you get solar panels with no second lien. Oh, by the way, the down payment assistance that we get you is forgiven in 6 months. Most down payment assistance program is 10 years. Some of them are never. No Florida bond or anything like that. Hometown Heroes, it's never forgiven. You always have to repay it. This is forgiven in 6 months. I've never heard of a program like that. Only Cross Country comes up with these programs. We have everything you need to become a homeowner. We don't want you to be renters. Why? Because there's no future in renting. There's no stability in renting. It's not fixed. Oh, a mortgage is fixed. It doesn't go up. It never goes up. The only time your payment would ever go up is if your insurance or taxes go up. Your mortgage payment doesn't go up. It's fixed. Your rent will always go up. It will go up for the end of time. It will continue to go up. And right now, rents are soft, so people are getting very comfortable with it. Don't get comfortable with it. There's no such thing as a rich renter. I can help you with that, folks. Don't sit on the sidelines and be a renter. And you young people in your 20s that are being brainwashed to think that renting is better than owning, you look around the room. You look at your parents. You look at your grandparents. You look at anyone that owns a home and compare them to people that don't, and then ask them what their net worth is, and they'll tell you. Even my son who bought a home at 23 years old, he's 28 years old now, 5 years ago, has over $200,000 in equity in that house. And listen, he only put down 3% when he bought that home. He's got over $200,000 in equity in that home. He could not have saved $200,000 in 5 years. There's no possible way he could do it. But he's got the money, and it's unrealized gains, folks. You don't even pay taxes on it. And when you sell it, it's a primary residence. There's no capital gains on it. You've got to learn how to win in this market. There's winning opportunities. Call me now, 407-250-9144, or go to WeBringYouHome.com. Self-employed folks, don't go to your bank and show them your tax returns. They're just going to be embarrassed. I already know you've got a creative accountant. I don't care what the gross number is on your tax returns. Neither does your bank. We have a program where you can leave your you can leave your tax returns at home. Bring me your bank statements. I'll add up all your deposits. Okay. All your deposits going into your bank account. I'm going to give you 50% of the average. How about that as income? You can't beat that. I've got down payment assistance program, first-time home buyer programs. We know which every county is that's got money, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. We're going to give you all the news on it. And we don't avoid down payment assistance. A lot of lenders, as soon as you call them up, they go, "Oh, that's not a good deal. That's a high rate." Maybe it isn't. Every down payment assistance program is different. And Cleve Loveland and his team will go find the house, and I'll help you structure the deal. You can get a deal on a home right now, folks. When you have 11,000 homes on the market in our area here, 11,000 homes, the average is 8. That puts buyers in control. Now, they're not in control on every deal. And if the house has only been on the market for 1 day or a week or even a month, you probably aren't going to get as good of a deal as a house that's been on the market for 60 to 90 days. Some of them been on the market even longer, and the sellers are holding out. They're just losing opportunities. Don't be a greedy seller and don't be a greedy buyer. You come to me, I'll tell you how to make your offer. We will structure it the best possible way. We have every loan program and everything's done in-house. By the way, when you apply with me, 9 times out of 10, we will only need to do a soft credit pull. The only time I have to do a hard credit pull is if your credit's a little shaky and we're going FHA. If it's shaky, I can't get an approval with a soft pull, but I can with a hard pull. So you call the loan arranger. We're going to hold off on that hard pull until we absolutely have to do it. We're going to get you out. We're going to help you negotiate that deal. We want you to win. And if you're a youngster, like in your 20s, youngsters, nobody uses that word anymore. If you're young and in your 20s or 30s, or you have kids in your 20s and 30s, get them in front of me. Let me help them grow. Let me help them gain equity in a home. Let me help them gain wealth, because their income may never gain them wealth, but real estate always will. 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144. Or go to WeBringYouHome.com. Cleve Loveland, the voice of real estate here in Orlando, out and about helping people buy and sell properties. 407-352-8118. That's 407-352-8118, or cleveloveland.com. Again, Bruce Woodburn, 407-250-9144. Have a great weekend. God bless, and thanks for listening to the Loveland